Hey guys, I know we haven't done notes on the Schoology in a while, but I wanted to make sure you get these so you can practice in class tomorrow. I'm going to go over this full worksheet. I just need you to copy the notes and then glue them in your notebook. The sample space describes all the possible outcomes of an event. The sample space can be displayed with lists, tables, or tree diagrams to determine the probability of simple or compound events. So, for example, 1, if the New England Patriots and Dallas Cowboys are playing, what are the possible outcomes of the game? So possible outcomes is that the Patriots could win, boo, or the Cowboys win. Okay, that is an example of a sample space, as briefly as it could be. Okay, and the second one is if a number cube is rolled, what are the possible outcomes? Well, we know a number cube is 6-sided and is with the numbers 1 through 6. So my possible outcomes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, which is pretty simple. Okay, these are the most simplistic versions of sample space. But then when we use them with compounded events, this is with a simple event, it actually shows up in a list, table, tree diagram, or well, actually, that's it, okay? So number 3, it says, for breakfast, Jamie can choose from cereal, eggs, or muffin. She can also drink coffee, orange juice, or milk. What are all the possible outcomes, and how many total outcomes are possible? So first, I'm going to make a list, or you can make a table from this information if you desire. So cereal, coffee, or she can have cereal and orange juice. Or she can have cereal and milk. Second option, she can have eggs, coffee, eggs OJ, and eggs milk. And I would tell you do want to listen to this video, because at the very end I'm going to give you a clue that'll give you a free 100 on a daily assignment for those who actually listen. So for these type of things you can fast forward through, but you want to go back and make sure that you have everything that I have. So I have muffin and coffee, muffin OJ, muffin milk. Okay, so that was number 3, and I did a list or a table. And if you see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total outcomes. Or I could have used the counting principle and done 3 times 3 equals 9 total possible outcomes. So at home, I want you to go ahead and do the example 4 by yourself, and it's just like example 3. Okay, so let's go on to tree diagram. A fairy coin, and by the way, a fairy coin means a coin that have heads and tails on both sides, is tossed 3 times. What are the possible outcomes? How many total possible outcomes are there? So if the first time I flip a coin, I can get the option of heads or tails. But if I got heads the first time, then my second time I flip it, I can get heads or tails. Or the second time I flip it, I could have gotten tails first and then got heads or tails. So if I got heads the first time, heads the second time, the third time I can also get the option of heads or tails. Or if I got heads, tails, my third flip could have been heads or tails. So you see how the tree goes by every time I do an event. This is the first event, second event, third event. So if I got tails the first time, heads the second time, third time I could have gotten heads or tails. And the same here. you want to follow the branches for the total outcome. So I could have gotten tails, tails, and tails, 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 and heads, tails, heads, tails, tails, heads, heads, and so forth, okay? So if I actually have 2 outcomes the first time I do it, 2 outcomes the second time, and 2 outcomes the third time, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8 possible outcomes. Sorry for my handwriting. Okay, to go to the back of this, I'm going to actually create a list and then use the information to answer the questions. So Amanda will roll a number cube and flip a coin. If Amanda rolls a number cube once and flip the coin once, then what are the possible outcomes in which the number cube lands on an odd number? Okay, so if I flip the number cube once, I could have got 1 for an odd number, right? Or 3 could have been an odd number, or 5 could have been an odd number. So if I get an odd number for the number cube, and then if I flipped a coin, I could have gotten heads. Or if I got 1, I've also could have gotten tails. Okay, the other odd number on the number cube is 3. And I've got 3 heads, 3 tails. And the last one is 5. 5 heads, 5 tails. Okay, so how many total outcomes could I've gotten? 1, 3, and 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which there are 3 odd numbers, and there's 2 options on a coin, so 3 times 2 is 6 total possible outcomes. Okay. Okay, the spinner below has spun at the same time. What are the possible outcomes? So again, I have 1 in yellow, 1 in red, 1 in blue, 1 in orange, 2 in yellow, 2 in blue, and so forth. So you guys are going to go ahead and do that one. Number 8 says create a tree diagram. So here I was creating a list, and now I'm creating a tree diagram. It says a clothing line has shirts in red, blue, white, and pants in gray or khaki. How many different combinations can be made with a clothing line? So I have a shirt, red, blue, or white, right? Red, blue, or white. And my pants are gray or khaki. If I wear the red shirt, I can wear gray or khaki. Blue, gray, or khaki. White, gray, or khaki. Again, if I do 3 times 2, it is 6 possible outcomes. I'm sorry, that fell off the screen. Okay, and now for the little extra credit. It's just to show which of you actually listened to the video. Please be sure not to tell your friends so you can earn your 100. You deserve it because you actually did what you're supposed to do. So here's the joke, and I need you to memorize it, okay? Why was a little strawberry crying? His mom was in a jam. Ha, 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 ha. You get it? Okay, bye.